Okay, so welcome to our new episode of Our Crappy Kitchen. You may be wondering what's going on here. Well, I asked on Facebook, you voted for what recipe you might want today. Wondering if our new cup can help you figure it out? No? Well, let's just say I'm drinking coffee. Which goes great with, that's right, cookies. You guys all said you wanted cookies today, so we're making cookies. I got to give a shout out. This is not really my recipe. I've tried a lot of different cookie recipes. This one is great. This comes to you straight from the group of people I run with for the Ragners, the Dirty Running Scoundrels. This is the chocolate chip cookies that Daniel makes. Every time we all look forward to Daniel's cookies, so I've taken his recipe. I've done just a minor modification because his recipe he gave was a double batch, which making it just a single batch of cookies does change things just a little bit, but nothing worth noticing. So I'm going to hit you up with the ingredients. You may notice I'm wearing our new Our Crappy Kitchen shirt and drinking out of my Our Crappy Kitchen mug. I think I like coffee better than beer. Nice black coffee. So I'm going to get down. I'll give you the ingredients. I'm going to preheat our oven to 325. So you want to preheat your oven to 325. I'm going to give you the rundown of the ingredients, and while you're watching that, I'm going to throw on my apron, and we're going to cut to that. All right? Okay, so here's all of our ingredients laid out. We have, I'm going with 1 1/4 cups of white flour, 1 cup of whole wheat flour. We have 3/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of chocolate chips. Shout out to Toll House for now making 3 simple ingredient chocolate chips with real chocolate, cocoa butter, and pure cane sugar. A total of 1 cup of nuts. You can put whatever kind you like in there. I'm mixing pecans and walnuts chopped up. 1 teaspoon of salt. We have 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1 cup of Earth Balance margarine or butter. A nice little glass here that I have filled up with our 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Make sure you're using unsweetened. I think you get enough sweetness from the sugar and the sugar and the sugar. And then we're going with 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, I prefer to use vanilla bean paste. That's just me. You can use vanilla extract. I stay away from the imitation vanilla extract after all the stories of where it comes from. And those are all of our ingredients. Let's make some chocolate chip cookies. You guys voted for it. This is what you wanted, cookies. I'm making chocolate chip cookies. Using my KitchenAid for this one today. I like my KitchenAid. Got this as a wedding present, so had it for quite some time, 20 years now. Oy vey, who would stick with me that long? All right, so softened up the butter a little bit by leaving it out. You don't really want it too soft. I found that when you make the chocolate chip cookies, if the butter's too soft, they just spread out. You can mix all this and then chill it a little to make your cookie dough mix a little bit firmer. Makes it easier to put it on the trays and put it in the oven. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to take some of these and make little cookie dough balls and freeze them. Because we're not using any egg, you're welcome, chickens. Feel free to just eat away at the dough because, you know, salmonella, who cares, right? All right, so I'm going to start with mixing up the butter with the milk, the wet ingredients, to get those mixed a little bit. So I'm going to pour that milk in there. Oh my God. We got the two teaspoons of vanilla. And again, like I said, I like the vanilla paste. Now if you're doing this in a small bowl and you're going to whip up this, mix this butter and milk together beforehand, I will warn you, it may splash. So what I like to do is right off the bat just throw some of that sugar in there just to give a little bit solids. Do not throw the flour in there yet. All right, I'm gonna toss the brown sugar in there now, get it that good and mixed in. Into the sink with ya. That sound can mean only one thing. The oven's preheated. So now that I've got my butter and sugar kind of mixed together, gives me a wet base to toss in the flour at once. So I'm going to start with my whole wheat flour. This is really helpful if you have that little attachment on the front that lets you pour things into the mixer. Sorry, but my kitchen is a little too crappy for such luxuries. All right, she's mixing up. Throwing in the white flour. Feel free to adjust this recipe however you want. Again, when we do the runs, we all look forward to Daniel's cookies. That doesn't give you an incentive to get there early. I get there before Daniel's cookies are gone. I don't know which goes faster, Daniel's cookies or Stacy's mac and cheese. I'm gonna baking powder and the salt. All right, here we go. Time for some chocolate chips and some nuts. Like I said, I prefer to mix these with a spoon, just feel a little bit better about it then. Ah, chip just jumped off the table. I don't think we all need to watch me mix. So there, our dough is all good and mixed. And like I said, feel free to treat yourself to some of this. All right, hands are clean. I'm gonna take this off and we are gonna prep our baking sheets. I will tell you, I like to use a little parchment paper. Makes the cookies come off much easier. I find they stick to a pan. And I can get through most of the batch, all the batch, with the same sheets of parchment paper. This will probably make about 25 or so cookies. It all really depends on how big you want to make them. I am also going to freeze some of these dough balls, like I said, put them in the freezer to save for later. Those days when you're like, oh, I really want cookies, but I don't want to go through the trouble of making a whole batch of cookie dough. So I'm gonna make some cookie dough balls, put them in the freezer, freeze them. I'll show you those later. They're good for later on. So let me reset this and we'll get this going in the oven. Rolling here. So I've got my cookie dough. I'm using a tablespoon. It's not an exact, but I like using it because then I get all the cookies about consistent. Now some people are of the school, hey, take them, drop them. I like to make a little cookie dough ball and plop it on there. So I'm gonna make little cookie dough balls, plop them on here, 3 by 3. All right, so there's my first tray of cookies, all rolled out and happy. Gonna put these in the oven. You're gonna bake them for about 12 minutes. That should do. If you freeze them and bake the frozen ones, I'd go with a little bit longer, maybe 15 minutes. So let me put these in the oven. Okay, so as you can see, our first batch of cookies is out of the oven. I will tell you, let them cool down a little bit before you try and take them off, because if not, they'll turn all squishy. That's why you would do them in batches, rotate. One group in the oven, one comes out, let it cool. When the other one comes out, you're ready to put another batch in the oven. So taking these off, putting them on this nice tray over here. All right, so now that these are off, I will prep another batch to go into the oven. So when the other ones come out, these second batch is good to go into the oven. So as per our viewer request, we have made cookies. Try your cookies with a nice cup of coffee in one of our Crappy Kitchen mugs. We have actually secured www.ourcrappykitchen.com. We'll be building that page soon, getting that up and going. So here's our cookies, our chocolate chip cookies. They're delicious. I wouldn't say they're nutritious, but again, not my recipe. Daniel's recipe. He brings them to every race and everybody looks forward to them. So I make them here at home for my family. And again, try them with a nice cup of coffee, maybe a glass of almond milk. Once again, I'm John. This has been Our Crappy Kitchen, and thank you for watching. Tell your friends, like, subscribe.